you're struggling to reach your fly casting goals when it comes to loops and line speed, distance, accuracy, I'm going to show you how you can take an ordinary paintbrush to fix your fly cast and get it exactly where you want. I'm Chris Myers, Orlando Fly Casting Lessons. I've been teaching fly casting for over 15 years. I do inshore, saltwater, sight fishing charters, and tight loops, line speed are something that are a must-have if you're going to be fishing in saltwater, or if you're going to be trying to make distance casts and or accuracy. Most people are lacking that one or both of those. Here's how you take an ordinary paintbrush every single day. You can practice this without having to go outside. You can do this drill inside, outside, doesn't matter. You need a ordinary paintbrush. It could be a fat one like this. It could be one half this wide. Get a little longer bristles. I think it will help demonstrate one of the points I'm going to go over here. Paintbrush wall. If you want, you can put a piece of painter's tape to represent your straight line track. Warning, this straight line track will never be the same for every cast you make. This track pivots flatter, more tilted, less tilted for every different target you intend to hit. So this drill with the piece of tape will check your tracking. It will check a couple other things, but you must know if you're going to practice at all different angles. But this is how I'm going to start. Take your brush, put the flat end, the end you would paint with, up against your straight line, your tray. Look away from it. Start making your cast, finish your cast, come back and look. This brush is now 8 inches away from the wall. I did not track straight on the wall. That means the beginning of the next cast, the line is going through the wall. This one is way off over here. That cast wasn't even close to being straight track. If this is your cast, now it's below the line. Now it's above the line. If this is your cast, you like to stick your hand up over your head. Now I'm nowhere near this track. If this brush isn't tracking straight, there's little chance your tip is. Just because you're tracking straight here doesn't guarantee your tip is going to be straight, but at a bare minimum, this needs to be straight. Now look at the tape. Take your brush, move it ultra slow, super slow, super slow, super slow. The bristles are still pointing that way, just as your rod should still be bent back that way when you start the cast. Keep moving, keep moving. They're still pointing that way. Now I'm going to finish. Flip. They rotated from pointing this way to pointing that way, but they didn't do it this way. Rotate, rotate. Now I'm painting, just barely touching, finish off the wall. So I didn't do this like I was actually painting with just the tip. I'm putting some bend in it because we need to bend our fly rod. Bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it, unbend it. Bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it, unbend it. Bend it, unbend it, bend it, unbend it, bend it, unbend it. Smooth flip, smooth flip. That is the basis of all the rest of the casts we're going to make. Maybe I make a cast that's a little flatter. Smooth flip, smooth flip, smooth flip. But they are never like this. They are never like this. They are never like this. All the things that I watch people do over and over and over and over again, you could check them right here on the tape. Check your cast. Here is how we can practice sidearm casting. We can practice 3/4 casting. Maybe you don't like 3/4, you don't like sidearm. I think everybody should be able to cast at all those angles, but if you don't like that and you're not going to do it, come in here next to the wall. Use the corner of my brush. Up, 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 flip. Use the other corner. Down, 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 down. Now I'm painting, painting, painting. Painting, painting, painting. You notice this brush pops off the wall for a brief second, comes right back to it. It's exactly what your fly rod tip is doing. It's going, makes the loop. You need to stay on this line. This line does not have to be like this, but it does need to be a line. Here's how that looks when we compare this stroke to my regular casting stroke. That's my paintbrush drill. You can do it in the house, outside the house. You can do it with the tape, without the tape, with a brush, without a brush. Here I can check my hand motion. No brush, all the little bad habits, twisting my hand around, coming off the line, habit after habit after habit. You can see instantly on this wall. Do that a little bit every day. Your cast will become awesome really soon. If you still can't figure out what's going on, you can send me a video from anywhere in the world. I can do a casting analysis. I also offer one-on-one fly casting lessons and tune-ups here in Central Florida. And all year round, I have inshore, saltwater, sight fishing charters when your cast is ready to go.